Hey Ravens fans! Coming up with the latest Baltimore Ravens news just for you. Before we dive into today's story, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. Today, we have some heartbreaking news to discuss that has rocked the entire Ravens community, as well as some analysis that may inform the team's next moves. Starting with some sad news, the Ravens family has suffered a tremendous loss with the passing of our beloved offensive line coach, Joe D'Alessandris. After battling an acute illness that stemmed from complications following surgery earlier this summer, Coach D'Alessandris has sadly passed away, leaving a deep hole in the hearts of all who knew him. The news hit the NFL hard, and tributes have been pouring in from all corners of the league. One of the most touching responses came from former Ravens quarterback Robert Griffin III. RGII, who spent 3 seasons with the Ravens, took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share an emotional tribute to Coach D'Alessandris. Despite not being his direct position coach, Griffin's words reflected just how much of an impact D'Alessandris had on him during their time together. It's a testament to the kind of man Coach D'Alessandris was, a coach whose influence extended beyond the players he worked with on a daily basis. The bond between quarterbacks and offensive linemen is special, and while D'Alessandris did not coach Griffin directly, his presence, wisdom, and leadership clearly left a lasting impression. This loss is felt deeply not only by those who knew him personally, but by the entire Ravens community. Coach D'Alessandris was known for his dedication, his passion for the game, and his unwavering commitment to his players. His passing has rocked the NFL community, and the outpouring of love and respect from former players like Griffin shows just how much he meant to so many. As we reflect on this difficult day, it is clear that Coach D'Alessandris left a legacy of mentorship and leadership that will continue to inspire. His impact on the Ravens and the football community at large is immeasurable, and he will be greatly missed. Now, I want to hear from you, Ravens fans. How do you think the Ravens should honor Coach D'Alessandris' legacy this season? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's celebrate the life of a man who gave so much to this team and this game. Now, let's take a look back at the Ravens' 30-7 preseason loss to the Green Bay Packers, a game that was more about finding answers than securing a win. With the regular season approaching, several starting spots and key roles were still up for grabs. Some questions were answered, while others, well, let's just say we have more food for thought. Here are 7 key takeaways from this game that give us a glimpse into what the Ravens could look like when the real games begin. Let's kick things off with Trenton Simpson. This guy played way more than expected, and honestly, it's a good thing he did. Simpson showed he's more than ready to step into Patrick Queen's shoes alongside 2-time All-Pro Roquan Smith. In extended action, Simpson was all over the field, racking up 6 tackles, getting a quarterback hit, breaking up a pass, and even snagging an interception. This kid isn't just filling a spot, he's looking like he could be a future star in the Ravens' defense. He's got the versatility, speed, and instincts you want in a modern linebacker, and he's quickly proving that he's going to be a key player for us this season. Next up, let's talk quarterbacks. Josh Johnson didn't replicate his perfect performance from last week, but he did enough to make a strong case as the primary backup behind Lamar Jackson. Johnson led the only Ravens scoring drive of the game, going 5-for-7 with 71 yards and a touchdown. His passer rating of 143.5 was the highest of any quarterback in the game, for either team. Given the uneven performances from the rookie quarterbacks, it's likely the Ravens will go into the season with just 2 QBs on the roster, with Johnson solidly holding down that backup spot. He's shown that he can manage the offense, even when the pocket isn't perfect, which is exactly what you want from your number 2 guy. The running back situation took a hit this game with Owen Wright breaking his foot. Wright was on track to be the Ravens' number 3 running back behind Derrick Henry and Justice Hill, especially after a strong camp and preseason. With Wright out for several weeks, the Ravens have some decisions to make. Rasheen Ali, who was a 5th-round pick, has been dealing with injuries and hasn't really stood out. The question is whether the Ravens will roll with him as the number 3 by default, look at undrafted rookie Chris Collier, or maybe even bring in a veteran from the free agent market. This is definitely something to keep an eye on as we head into the season. Let's talk about the offensive line, which has been a bit of a sore spot. Pass protection was mostly solid, aside from a miscommunication that led to a strip sack fumble on Devin Leary. But the run blocking? That's where things are still shaky. The Ravens moved on from 3 starters this offseason, and it's clear that the new guys are still figuring things out. Even though they'll be playing alongside Pro Bowlers like Tyler Linderbaum and Ronnie Stanley, the fact that they couldn't dominate backup defensive linemen in a preseason game is concerning. Don't be surprised if we see some rotation at one or more spots on the line as the season begins. Tylan Wallace has been fighting for his spot on the roster for 2 years now, and once again, he's risen to the occasion. Despite only being targeted once in the game, Wallace made it count. He caught a pass from Johnson, turned on the Jets, and beat the defense to the end zone for the Ravens' only points of the day. Wallace ended the preseason with 105 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, solidifying his place on the team. His ability to contribute on special teams and make plays on offense makes him a valuable asset heading into the regular season. The preseason finale is often the last chance for undrafted rookies to prove they belong in the NFL, and 2 guys made a strong case for themselves, defensive back Bo Braid and outside linebacker Joe Evans. Braid led the team in tackles for the 2nd week in a row with 8, including 7 solo tackles. Evans was a force on the edge, notching 2 quarterback hits and 5 tackles. Both of these guys showed they've got the talent to compete at this level, and they'll be hoping they did enough to earn a spot on the roster or at least the practice squad. Finally, let's talk about David Ojabo. After being out for nearly a year due to injury, Ojabo has wasted no time making an impact. On the Packers' 2nd drive, he blew past the tight end and forced an incompletion with some serious pressure on the quarterback. The Ravens need Ojabo to step up this season, especially after losing Jadeveon Clowney in free agency. If he can stay healthy and continue to develop, Ojabo could be a key piece in a pass-rushing unit that led the league in sacks last year. So, Ravens fans, there you have it, 7 big takeaways from the Ravens' preseason finale loss to the Packers. We've got some promising players stepping up, but also some areas of concern that need to be addressed before the season kicks off. The regular season is almost here, and there's still a lot to be excited about with this team. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Ravens' preseason performance? Are there any players you're particularly excited or worried about? And how do you think the team should handle the running back situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. We'll be bringing you all the latest Ravens news, analysis, and more as we head into what's sure to be an exciting season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Go Ravens!